take away. But just come on, Julie, tell us a little bit about you and give us your story. And go ahead and unmute. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you asking me to join you tonight. So excited to be able to see some of the members of your group over there. I am Julie Biggerstaff, and I am from Sulphur Springs, Texas, which is about 85 miles east of Dallas. I have been a member of Atomy for a little over a year now, but Atomy has completely changed my life. So let me back up and give a little bit of my background information before I get into what Atomy has done for me. Um, 16 years ago, my son passed away. And unbeknownst to me, I actually was carrying the gene for autoimmune diseases. And through the trauma of losing my son, I got really sick. And I didn't even know what was wrong with me for quite some time. And finally, when I got to the point where I couldn't even dress myself or open a door because I was so swollen and so full of inflammation and excruciating pain, my husband talked me into going to the doctor. And immediately I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Um, Normal people's RA count is around 300, and mine was over 37,000. So it was attacking my body tremendously. And they basically told me, if this does not stop, you're going to be in a wheelchair in 5 years. And they were not completely wrong. Um, I'm a pretty strong person, and I actually told the doctors, this is not going to knock me down. This is not going to kick me and put me out of commission. I'm going to fight it with everything I have. But I did wind up using a walker, and I did wind up on some days having to use a wheelchair. And I, over the next 15 years, actually got so bad that I was about to go off work on permanent disability. And then Atomy came into my life, and I attended a seminar, not because I knew anything about Atomy, because I knew absolutely nothing about Atomy. I had a terrible attitude. I was at the seminar only because my friend asked me to go, and I went there to support her. So I was very adamant that nothing was going to work for me, because in 15 years, nothing had worked for me. I was full of swelling, um, just constant pain all the time. I would have flares that were so debilitating, I literally could not move, and I would just sit in the fetal position and cry. Um, Over the course of that 15 years, I went from having only rheumatoid arthritis to actually having 7 autoimmune diseases. So everything was just tearing my life up. But I decided, after listening to the seminar, to give the Atomy products a try. And I basically told Money Sam, this stuff isn't going to work for me. Nothing has worked for me, but I will give it 6 months. And so one of my upline is a registered nurse, and she also has rheumatoid arthritis. And so I talked with her, and she told me that as bad as my body was, I needed to bombard my body with Atomy. And so I did. And I was taking 6, sometimes 8 packets of Hemohim a day. I was taking 4 to 6 probiotics, 4 to 6 vitamin C. I doubled the dosage on the spirulina. I doubled the dosage on Finezyme. I doubled the dosage on everything. And some stuff I was taking even more. And amazingly, I woke up the 4th day after I had been taking all of these Atomy products, and I didn't have any pain. Absolutely none. And it was overwhelming to me. Just, I had forgotten what it felt like not to hurt. And I was overwhelmed. I just started crying profusely. And my husband was like, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong? What is wrong?" And I just looked at him and I said, "I don't hurt." So I stayed keeping my body bombarded um, for approximately 3 to 4 weeks. And then I slowly started weaning myself down. And I went from 6 to 8 hemohim down to 4 to 6. On days that I would have a flare or have excessive swelling, I would take extra and my swelling would go down within an hour after taking the hemohim. And over the course of the next, you know, 9, 10 months or so, I actually had gotten myself down to where I only take 2 hemohim. I'm on regular dosages of everything else. My inflammation is all gone. I do not have flares anymore. Um, my whole life has changed. I have lost weight. I feel amazing. So I'm a lot more active. And once that started happening, I just slowly started weaning myself off of the prescriptions. And I talked with my rheumatologist and told him what I was doing. And I said, "I'm going to quit taking these medicines. I don't need them. I'm doing so well on these Atomy products." And he said, "Well, I just want to monitor you, but I'm not going to stop you. You do what's working for you." And so I did. And now a little over a year later, I am on absolutely no prescriptions at all. I strictly only take Atomy, and my life is amazing. It's absolutely wonderful. And I thank God every day that I went and listened to this seminar, because Atomy has saved my life. Thank you, Sharon.